Eddie, you got Deanna with you.
Oh, Deanna, how are you, babe?
I'm good. How you doing?
Oh, yeah. All right. First off, Deanna Bennett is an outstanding individual.
Okay.
We were just talking and praising you and saying you have the most wins in Invicta FC history.
And you're good looking,
and
too.
you're a good-looking woman, and you can probably beat the shit out of every single person in the studio. So that's a good thing, too.
At the same time.
All right, but
perfect. I'm so glad I joined this phone call. This wonderful.
You're welcome. And that's the thing. I want to first ask you this because I was just talking to the gentlemen that are in the studio about you. It is to me very funny because you're beautiful, you're awkward, you're funny, you're a cute little nerd type girl, but in the cage you are an abso-freaking-lute. You go out there and you just beat the living crap, and the switch gets flipped. I don't know what happens. Does that happen on the way to the ring? Happen when you're in the ring? Where do you go from mild-mannered Deanna Bennett into the Beast and the Argentina Assassin? When does that kick in?
When does that kick in? So pretty much as soon as they lost me into that cage, I hear that little click behind me.
Mm-hmm.
I got to put my angry eyes on and go to work.
It's just crazy because you're such... Because I know you... I have done my research, young lady, and I've done everything. I've learned that you are a Star Wars nerd. You're a nerd just like me. You love all the cool stuff that's going on. And in that whole realm of Star Wars, by the way, let me ask you, you a Jedi or you were Sith?
I'm not going to be good anymore.
She's good. She doesn't want to be good. And look, she's not going to be good on May 16th in Kansas City when she's beating the piss out of her opponent right there on CBS Sports Network. So get off your ass and watch the show, Invicta 62. In the Star Wars franchise, who would you want to beat up?
Jesus. Oops, you cut out there for a second.
Ooh, what part did you hear? Because I'll repeat myself.
I heard in the Star Wars franchise, and then we went silent.
Okay, in the Star Wars franchise, Miss Deanna Bennett, whose ass would you like to kick?
That's a very good one.
Thank you.
I like going against the toughest of the toughest of the toughest. So I think I'm going to have to go Darth Vader and go old school.
Oh, the big time.
Nice.
The big time.
She's taking on Anakin Skywalker, a.k.a. Darth Vader. I think now the fight, it's a Sith Lord versus Sith Lord. I think anything's possible there. Now, are you using your bare hands or are you going to have a lightsaber duel?
It's got to be a lightsaber duel, definitely. Right. As much as I do like my little Force grip, you know, you got a fancy sword, you use a fancy sword.
That is very true. If you have a lightsaber in your hand, you use it. Deanna Bennett, quick question. How long have you been in the fight game, and when did you start being in the fight game? Because I'm intrigued by everything Invicta FC now. I'm trying to learn all about it. So tell me about you, and tell me when did you get into the fight game? How did you first start being the Argentina Assassin, a.k.a. Vitamin D? How did you get there?
Well, kind of to our previous line of things, it was a long, long time ago, in galaxy far, far away, known as Utah. I wrestled in high school, always loved it. I went to college, had to take a PE class, a kickboxing class, joined a gym because it was a lot of fun, just kind of punching things. And then, you know, honestly, a lot of it was peer pressure. Somebody's like, you should fight. You're really good at this. And I was like, no, thank you. And they're like, no, you should do it. And I was like, well, I guess if you say so. And just kind of snowballed for fun. And then somebody signed me up for my first MMA fight. My dad, years before then, had told me, he's like, you would be a good fighter. And I was like, I don't think I ever want to do that. And he had the big, I told him so, after I got signed up for my first fight. And it's just something I love. Like, it's something that the very first time I stepped into a cage and they locked that door behind me, I was like, this is where I'm supposed to be. Like, this is my place. Like, I was always meant to be here, and I finally found myself here.
Well, that's how you became the beast that you are. That's the thing.
That's what I do. I try.
Yeah. So you're a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. What's your favorite fighting style?
Ooh, I'm actually a black belt.
Ooh, fancy.
For 2 years now.
No, I got old notes. Whoever made these notes are fired. You're fired. Deanna Bennett's going to kick your ass.
I'm a black belt.
She's a black belt.
Respect on that name. Professor.
She's a professor. She's definitely the beast that she is. When that door goes click-clack, you don't want to be getting, of course, choked out by a black belt jiu-jitsu person as well. Now, I've seen you do, your stand-up game is second to none. Do you prefer ground and pound, or do you want to do a stand-up game?
So it's kind of hard to tell the average person, but really nothing beats sitting on top of somebody and elbowing them in the face.
Oh, I agree.
That's a feeling that not a lot of people get to feel, and I love it.
I love it too. It is a great feeling to actually, when you actually get to beat the shit out of somebody, when you actually get to do it and you win, and that thrilling competition and the whole thing and the outcome of you actually being the person who knocks out the other person is a big deal. What does it feel like for you when you're doing it as a professional? You're getting paid for it. You're inside of the cage, and you're in beast mode and all that good stuff, and you're out there whooping somebody's ass. What does that feel like? And is there anything that compares to that?
Honestly, it's living the dream.
Living the dream.
100% living the dream. Doing what I love to do. And the fact that I get paid for it is insane. I get paid to go and do what I love every single day, and to get to the cage and to beat somebody up. And I could not ask for anything more. I don't even know what is comparable to, but it's something that makes me so incredibly happy that it's the best.
All right, so that's the best thing. So are you going to be at your best when you take on Nasameno inside of the cage, Invicta FC 62, this Friday in Kansas City? Are you going to be enjoying it, or are you worried about anything going in there?
Nah, I'm 100% excited, ecstatic, all of the exciting words. I can't wait to get into the cage. This is from the second I get out of the cage till I literally am like, I feel like I'm having withdrawals. Like, somebody give me a fight. I want to get back in. So I'm like, I get to get my fix on Friday, and then I absolutely can't wait. And I hope she brings her A game. Invicta always puts on a good show. I can't wait to get in there and put everything out there.
So you just got more pretty in my eyes, because you are literally you have this bloodlust that you're ready to go. You're ready for competition at all times, and that's the thing. You are this cute little quiet. If you didn't know better, and you're funny and you're quirky and you're awkward, all cute things that are involved in it. And if you didn't know better, if no one knew you were a fighter, they would probably just try to pick you up while you're going food shopping or something. This is the thing. Well, I'm just saying, I would. All right, so let me. What when you're doing training, and you first started, and you're doing that, like rear naked choke, ankle locks, suplexes, all the stuff that you have to learn how to do in the beginning. What became your favorite? Like, if you could slap on one move on somebody that you either choke them out, tap them out, whichever way you want to do it, what's your favorite move to do so?
Oh man, I'm gonna go old school wrestling. Nothing beats locking your hands on a double leg takedown and just dropping somebody as hard as you can, slamming them to the ground.
See?
Nothing brings me more joy than that.
I said before she got more pretty. Now she even got more sexy. That was a double leg takedown from Deanna Bennett, who literally can probably double leg take down anybody in this room. And we got some heavy guys in this room. And I still think, even though you are in the flyweight class, I honestly think that you could probably dump anybody on their head. Personally.
See, that's my favorite. I always like to size up the big guys, and I'm like, I can lift you. I got this.
See, my favorite, I love a good arm bar. I've learned a lot of them and different variations on that. But for a person like you, I think you, because you are a black belt in jiu-jitsu, as soon as I got you down in an arm bar, I believe, because of your vast training, you're going to be very quick to get out of it. Were you to roll me and flip me over and put me into some other form of a submission move? So if I was to take you on, me and you are going to have a fight. What do you recommend that I do besides run? What do you recommend that I do?
See, I don't think it matters what you do, because I think I got a counter to it.
There you go. That was the right answer.
Hard one. Climb out of the cage.
That was the right answer. Well, my fat ass ain't climbing out of that cage. I'll tell you that right now. But let me tell you, but I will point out that is the correct answer. This is how I know, guys, that Invicta FC 62. Billy said it's a huge card, but the match that you want to watch, because that's the person that's on our show right now, and she never fails to give you the fight of her life. As soon as that door goes click-clock, the beast mode kicks in, and she becomes the Argentina Assassin and goes out there, and she's taking on Nasameno, who's not going to be an easy task in general. But also, Bennett just said she hopes that she brings 100% A game to the cage. So you have two of the best women fighting. That's just one match on a lucrative card here. Top to bottom, like she pointed out, Invicta FC never fails to put on good fights. I've been binge watching because I've just learned about it. I just learned about this company the other day, and let me tell you, top to bottom, every video I've watched, every freaking the whole show I've watched, a bunch of them, you get top to bottom, like we were saying before, because the women put on a better show than the men. Pound for pound, the women fight harder than the men. It's like they're trying to prove it to not only the world, but to themselves. And they put on the best damn fights. I mean, am I wrong in that? Do you think that, especially you're going after the flyweight, do you think automatically a flyweight is going to be a faster, more high-paced match than if we watch two lumbering guys doing a super heavyweight fight in the UFC?
Oh, absolutely.
Exactly.
It's faster. It's more savage. We come for everything.
Now, is there in the Invicta FC, are there super heavyweights? Are there heavyweights? Because I see a lot of strawweight, featherweight, flyweight.
I think there's been some. I know there's featherweights, and I think there's 155, but I think that's as far as it goes.
All right, so you're going to get a whole night of fast-paced action, and it's abso-freaking-lutely free. How about that, first off and foremost? Invicta FC, they're not trying to gouge you for money. You're not going to get these. Yeah, Billy was saying, I don't know how many matches are on the card, Bill, that you had before. You had the whole list of. Hold on, he's counting.
I got five
matches
on the main.
5 on the main.
Then you also have the
prelims. Yeah, you got the prelims, and those are available on the YouTube and the Facebook page. So you got all this added value. Plus, you get to see Deanna Bennett beat the living piss out of somebody in what looks like to me, as they're marketing it, a co-main event on the card. Because she's in all the posters and everything else for the thing. So automatically, and after watching a ton of stuff on Deanna Bennett, I had to learn who you are. No offense, don't kick my ass, Deanna. I had to learn who you are. I had to learn what Invicta FC is, and now I'm hooked. So if a guy like me, I love the fight game, I'm going to watch the fight game. I am going to watch this over the weekend. I've already vowed. Friday, I will be sitting in front of my TV. I will be looking at the CBS Sports Network, and I will be watching it intently because I truly believe, I'm not just saying this and blowing smoke up your ass, I'm being truthful. When that door closes on that cage, I will point out to the people watching with me, there's the beast mode. She's going to abso-freaking-lutely kill somebody. Watch it happen right there on CBS Sports Network. It's going to be a great time had by all. Do you guys ever come to New York City?
I wish we did because I live in New Jersey. That'll make my commute so much easier.
She's a freaking Jersey girl right here. I mean, you've been in Pennsylvania, you fought out of other places and things like that, but you're a Jersey girl at heart, and that's where you're living. So, is there any chance of maybe? I understand that Invicta is a smaller piece of the MMA puzzle, so to speak. However, it's probably one of the more guaranteed, like you were just saying before, that Invicta never puts on a shitty show. It's top to bottom. These are some of the best fighters fighting. So we got to make a play for Invicta FC to come to NYC. That's what we need to do.
Absolutely.
What venue?
Let's make it happen.
What venue do you want to go to? Let me see what my magic can do. What venue would you like? Madison Square Garden, or do you want to go to somewhere in Jersey so it's even shorter drive?
I say somewhere in Jersey, so it's even a shorter drive.
There you go.
Honestly, I think let's go 2300 Arena.
Oh!
Right in the center of Philly. Perfect.
Okay, now you just got sexy because you know what arena that is. That's the ECW arena. That is without question. By the way, rest in peace, Sabu, who died over the weekend, age 60 years of age.
No.
Yeah, he died. Yeah, you didn't hear.
I didn't know that.
He died. He had his last match against Joey Janela in the GCW. Finished the match. Everything was fine. No one said anything. I mean, he was hurt because he's 60 years of age. No one said anything. Bing, bang, boom. Fast forward. Next thing we know, during the weekend, everyone's like, "Yeah, by the way, he's dead." Wow. So,
That's so sad.
It is. Well, now you know what? When you go into the cage on the 16th, which is Friday, just tape up your wrist and write Sabu on your wrist, so I know that you will that night. You will be the homicidal, genocidal, suicidal athlete that I know you could be. Deanna Bennett will go from the Argentina Assassin to the pretty much the bloodthirsty beast that she is in honor of Sabu. But yeah, the 2300 Arena would be great. I actually think that would be a great place for the Invicta FC.
I would love that. My future in-laws both wrestled there. I think both of them did. I know one for sure did.
Who are you? You're marrying into the wrestling world. Who is it?
Dad was Tarzan Goto. Is my fiance's dad.
Japanese legend Tarzan Goto. Very nice. Very violent wrestler too. And what was the second one? I couldn't hear.
So she was the Greek goddess, Destina Montegas.
I know the name.
That's his mom.
Oh well, I'm sure that's some good genes.
City, so
now is your the person you're marrying? Is that going to be? Was he a pro wrestler as well?
No, he's a jiu-jitsu athlete. He just does jiu-jitsu. Never got into wrestling, but loves it obviously, and taught me all about it. And I was never big into wrestling until him, and I love it now.
All right, well, hopefully, let me tell you, we got a lot of big shows coming up in the New York area, especially TNA, who you're now connected with through the Anthem company, the parent company of Invicta FC. They're going to be at the UBS Arena for Slammiversary. Hopefully, we will be there as well, so you and your bloodline family need to come down there, and they need to go to that show.
Absolutely. We'll make it happen.
We need to spread it. We'll talk to a certain VP that we both know, and we'll see if we can make that happen. You know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap it up, but let me tell you right now, the Argentina Assassin, the one and only Deanna Bennett, will be at Invicta 62, Invicta FC 62, taking on Nasameno live on CBS Sports Radio this Friday, as in not tomorrow, the next day, and you can get all the stuff, all the action, the prelims, the undercard, The main card, everything's absolutely free. Bang out some pizzas, get some beers, get a bunch of guys to sit around and watch the top level of all-female fighting in the MMA, which is Invicta FC, and it's Invicta FC 62 this Friday, live, CBS Sports Network. Deanna, you are a gem. I love you. Keep kicking ass, and I'm rooting for you this weekend, okay?
Okay.
Much appreciated. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely.
All right.
Deanna Bennett, round of applause, everybody. Deanna Bennett, the one and only Vitamin D Argentina Assassin.
That's right.
There you go. I gotta say, doing the research that I did.
You did.
I have to say, not only am I in love with this woman, because she's just a kick-ass machine, but the fact that she's marrying into the family of Tarzan Goto. Now, Billy looked at me at the same time when she said Tarzan Goto. Tarzan Goto, one of the most violent wrestlers in Japan history.
Really?
So if that's the bloodline she's marrying into, that means her husband-to-be, her fiance.
Do they have regular wrestling in Japan? I know they got sumo.
What do you mean, regular wrestling?
Like professional wrestling, we have it here.
Yes.
I know they have sumo wrestling. That's a whole different
sumo
ballgame.
wrestling is one style. They have professional wrestling, which would be New Japan, All Japan, Big Japan. There's a lot of
countless.
Wrestle One, Noah.
So
There's
it's big
tons of
over there
companies.
too, then.
Oh, it's huge over there. It's a religion over there.
Wow.
Over here,
I know they're
it's
big on baseball there too. Like so I think of the American sports.
They respect it.
Well, wrestling is not really an American sport, right? Isn't it Greek that started wrestling?
Well, Greco-Roman wrestling, the actual physical wrestling. The normal, like, takedowns, throw you up in the air, that double leg takedown, all that stuff is, definitely from the Greeks and from the European style.
Okay.
Hold on for a minute. I'm writing, people.